Hey, this is one of the teachings from our group call at Transform You. Often we're asked, what's the difference between our protective system and also our true self or who we really are? And so this teaching will explain the difference between those two, and I know you will enjoy it. It's also important to understand, like, where in your body, the location does your protector live?
Mhm.
If you think about when you get really worried about something, where is your center of consciousness?
Mhm.
So I'm worried about getting something done at my job. I'm worried about this interaction that's coming up. I'm worried about this conversation with my spouse. I'm worried about something. And when I get into worry, that's when that's the area of your protector. Now, most often, not always, but most often people will say it's in my head right here
Mhm.
and it spins
Mine's right here in
real,
this
real
eye.
fast. Sometimes might be in the stomach.
Yeah, sometimes in the stomach.
So you say, okay, well, that's when I know my head's spinning, like that's my protector. And and when that starts to spin, it's usually the three protector responses are fight, I'm going to engage and fight, I'm going to fly, I'm going to isolate, or I'm going to freeze.
Mhm.
I'm not going to say anything, right? So those are three common protector responses, right?
And they can all look different in the way we do those three
Yeah,
things.
and in different situations. And when you start to break it down, that's why it's nice to have the language because where do you hear, all right, just back up and don't go. Where do you hear? You hear it spinning in your head, or the part of you that if it's aggressive and cursing and wanting to engage and stuff, right there in the head. And then I say, all right, Rhonda, and I'm just picking on you for a second. Like when you think about how much you love your grandchildren
Oh.
and how much you desire to be with them and what it's like when you're with them and taking care of them and you are in that space, where in your body do you experience that? Where is it?
Mhm.
And I'll say, well, of course, it's like in my heart, right in the center of my being. Okay, true self. That's the location of your true self. Now, simultaneously, at any moment. Transform You is an intensive online coaching program that HollyKem and I lead. It's for individuals and couples. If you're interested in exploring whether it's right for you, click on the link below and book a call, and we'll see if this is a good program for you. Now, back to the teaching. I can be on this wavelength or that wavelength. Those wavelengths are both real. It's just where is my consciousness, right?
Mhm.
Now, prayer and meditation ideally is about bringing my consciousness from spinning in my mind down into my heart,
Mhm.
right? Uh, if you talk about managing things, managing stress, it's about bringing it from spinning in my mind down into my heart, where I make an active decision and I'm not just reacting to situations. And so, as we talked about a few sessions back, it's like a radio dial. Like those wavelengths are going on, but
Mhm.
I'm trying to get to this wavelength because if I'm for with HollyKem, if I'm anxious because she's upset and I'm starting to react, that's one wavelength. That's like all right, and but there's another wavelength. It's like this is my wife. She's hurting. I love her. How can I express that? Now, hopefully I get down here and not stay up here. But those two responses happen.
Yeah.
They happen. But I need to know where I'm at.
Mhm.
And that's why we identified as like, I need to know. And is it okay that I have the response up here? Yes. Is it okay to give it power and let it take over my life? No.
Mhm.
And the times that I've had to apologize. So it just happens.
Mhm.
It's all going on simultaneously. What we want for you and what we're helping you do, and you'll continue to grow in this, is that we will teach you as you work on this how to have both simultaneously, hear both of them, and to be able to move more and more from that heartfelt place.
Mhm.
You know, there's I believe in the intellect. I believe in studying. I believe in learning. I believe in all that stuff. I mean, I've done more of that than a
And
lot of
most
people.
human beings
But
on earth.
at the same time, when you talk, I always say there's never been a church called the Sacred Head of Jesus, right? It's like that's no, but the Sacred Heart, right? The Sacred Heart of you. Why? Because that's where our spirit is. That's where our true self is. That's where God and ourselves connect. It's the place where it all meets together. And that's the place that we want to act from, because when we do, it gives life. When we act from here, it takes life. It takes life. It's just draining. It's draining, right? And so we want to be able to move back and forth. Obviously, the safer we are, the easier it is
Right.
to go down here, right? The safer we feel. So anybody that's in their protector a lot, we can make the simple inference that this is a person that doesn't feel safe in this situation
Right.
or in this relationship or in this. And if we've had a lot of wounding, sometimes that unsafety feeling becomes chronic. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope this has been beneficial to you. If you're interested in Transform You, click on a link below, book a call with us, and we'll see if this is a right fit for you. Also, if you want to have an in-depth understanding of HollyKem and I and Transform You, click on this link and watch this video, and it'll show you what Transform You is all about. God bless.